questions, anything?
When we was younger, we used to watch, because you have to have healthy imagery. You have to have healthy role models. The only positive show I remember is The Cosby Show. There was love. There was a balanced mother and father. They were both doing well for themselves. And you may think it's corny, but if only you see these ghetto ratchet whatever shows, and you're not seeing any love, you're not seeing any help. The dad's always in jail, missing, doing all this. You know what I mean? You think that's you. You think that's you. You relate to that. And it's like, when I was younger, this might sound funny, but I wanted to be white. I wanted to be European because I felt like their parents knew how to love them. It was never, I just felt like they never got whoopings. I just felt like it was perfect. Like, and I don't know, well, let me not say I don't know. Part of that is the imagery that I saw on TV, Full House. There's tons of positive imagery for them. So you just feel like that it's all peachy keen. Now, when you go to school, some of my European friends, they lived in trailer parks. Their dads were drunks. They used to beat on them. They don't show that though. So you need to actually have like a real life experience and counterpart to see that it's not always like that. But another thing he said is we're always raised up in fear. Part of that fear is because we're seeing it, but we're also experiencing it. And me personally, when I chastise or when my nephew does wrong, I don't never do anything to him out of anger. I always explain to him what's going on, what you did wrong. Like, I always tell him, bro, you have free will, but you're not free of consequences. So like, certain things you do because you don't fear any consequences. So yeah, we can do the timeout. Yeah, we can do in Creole it's called mete la genou, where you're on your knees and you're in a corner, you're in timeout in the corner, you feel me? We can make him do extra like yard work or take out the trash.
What you learn from it.
Exactly. And the Bible says, if you love your child, do not spare the rod. That doesn't mean like beat them senseless. There's no connection for them when you just beat them till they cry and go to sleep. It's like, did I deserve that? What was the point of that? But certain times they deserve a little tap on the butt or on the back of their head or whatever you may be. I'm not telling you to whoop your children senseless. That's wrong. But there's levels and there's degrees. That's why I feel like, man, some of it comes from a slave mindset.
Yes. Thankful that he touched it.
The slave master used to whoop.
Cycles.
So now you're looking like, I guess that's how I should treat my children. I'm not saying, and also, men of original descent, you were never slaves, you're prisoners of war. There's a big difference. I'm not going to get into all that, but take that slave mentality out of your vocabulary. You were never a slave, you were prisoners of war. So with all that being said, there needs to be a balance, and we're providing positive imagery to the world. We're telling you that it's not just what they show you. There's way more aspects of life. There's way more routes. There's way more methods. And I'm going to just leave it at that.
Go ahead. Like he was saying, man, there's a lot of them out here, but there's plenty men of original descent out here, man.
Good fathers, good mothers,
plenty.
Really.
LeVar Ball.
Yeah.
Man, I did a short on you, but I want to congratulate you again, man. You did that for your sons.
Big fact.
That's one way we
my closing thoughts is basically like, I like what Foy was saying and what Dre was saying. My closing thoughts is just basically like, like Dre was saying, we need to change. Like, we need to figure out what is the solution. Like, how do we, make sure our kids is straight, or that we don't have to worry about men not being able to talk about their emotions, or
how we can break the cycle.
Yeah, like what are the solutions? Like, so that's what I feel like.
Because the TV, I'm sorry, but we watch a lot of TV. The TV shows don't even show us talking about our emotions.
Can I say one thing? And it's crazy about that TV. I'm telling y'all really need to connect and really be there with your children, because that TV is raising them.
Yes.
No, let's pause for a second. Listen to me, really. That TV is literally raising them. And you could hear me, you could feel me, because you put your child right in front of that TV for 3 hours just so you could get a rest. And that's cool, I understand shit gets stressful, but we need other avenues. That television, like, come on, we need other avenues. At least put something on that they could learn from, things like that.
The reason why the TV does that, when the TV is on, it puts your brain in an alpha state. When it's in alpha state, it's just receiving, absorbing. So they know this, but they're going to use it to their advantage. So they're going to give their children positive imagery. They also know that it works the opposite way. If I give you negative energy and your brain's in alpha wave mode and it's just absorbing, same thing in the movie theaters, you're just going to take it in. And you relate to seeing you. But if you see you doing BS, you're gonna think that's really what it is.
And on top of that, if you see you being beaten down constantly, killed by the police, all this stuff, constantly being, please keep saying all ETCs, all of those. Guess what? That's another form of visualization, fellas.
Ooh.
But that's not you visualizing it. That's someone else projecting it into your reality, into your mind. They're literally saying that here, this is the image that I want you to see over and over and over until your subconscious takes it and says, yo, I'm getting too deep. But anyway.
Can I ask you a question before you close off? And I don't want to put you on the spot if you ain't got the
Nah, drop it, bro.
You asked, well, you said when I was 14, they sent me away. What would have been a better, you're rambunctious, you're rebellious, whatever,
Okay.
you're 14, what would have been a better, you looking at you now?
So I'm gonna give y'all a backstory just a little bit. Got into a crazy fight with my stepdad. She was getting out of control. My mama, I still love her. You can see, I always love my mom. Like, you could hear my songs, like I Forgive My Kin, all that stuff. My mom, back then it kind of looked like she chose him over me. Was like, yo, you gotta go because you fighting with him, this and that. Now, the better situation that I could have done, but me being a child, I'm just going through emotions. I don't know what to do. But the better situation I think my mom could have done, now me being older and me and my sister's dad actually talking about this, the better situation she could have did, was let somebody cool off. Like go spend 2 weeks with your aunt that's in the States still. Like go like let me try to talk to you. Try a different approach, because for 14 years if beating someone or yelling at someone and all this stuff is not working, try a different approach. You get me? So I'm not saying that I was the perfect child, because like I said, S1 knows I was getting suspended in 9th grade. All this I was acting out, but only crying out really for some type of person to relate to me. Because I'm gonna tell y'all a backstory. I had an AAU game, bro, and I promise you, my neighbor had to bring me. Why? Because my mom was working or whatever she was doing. My stepfather was whatever. That's one thing, right? So I'm acting out of emotion, damn, nobody don't even care about me to come to my AAU game. These dreams that I have, I'm short, but I still want to play ball. I still want to do stuff, I had another instance where I was walking home from the bus stop, pouring rain. You know how Florida rain gets? Pouring rain. And I'm talking about I have my umbrella on. Pouring rain. I'm talking about my whole shoes are wet. And I get to my house, my stepdad's sitting there with the car outside, and I'm like, damn, that nigga couldn't even pick me up or nothing. I start walking upstairs. The first thing he says, hey boy, come take off your wet clothes, man. You're gonna walk upstairs all soaked wet? He didn't even say to me yo, man, my bad, bro. I didn't even know it was raining out there. Certain things you can communicate. You can communicate with somebody. You can communicate with a child too. Just because I'm your child don't mean I'm lost to communication. Communication is key in this warfare. Mood Talk, Mood TV. Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you need to do. I'm here with my Bahamian brother. I'm here with my Haitian brother. I'm a Jamaican brother. We all from different nations.
Same relation.
To the cosmic juice.
We the cosmic proof.
Boy, I'm just energy.
That's good, man.